Good day, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. It is June the 3rd, 2025, 3:08 p.m. And unfortunately, I got to talk about gang stalking and the idea of targeted individuals, which many people, as soon as they say targeted individuals, people roll their eyes and talk about you being paranoid and all this stuff. So I'm here to, if you are one of the targeted individuals, someone who's been gang stalked and there's a campaign against you to intimidate you, to scare you, throw you off your game, and in many cases to drive you to off in yourself. That's usually what they're trying to do in the end. If you're one of those people, I don't think you're crazy at all, because I'm one of those people. I know this phenomenon is 100% real. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Anybody who thinks this is a crazy idea, do you understand how the world works? I mean, this is how the world works. There is a large group of people in this world who want to have things their way. Okay, they want to have it their way. The rest of us who just want to be free and be Christians or whatever we want to do doesn't fit into their plans. So they have this long-term plan to eventually eliminate us completely, and it'll just be them. That's literally what's happening. And of course, if they desire that, they're going to do things like gang stalk, intimidate, try to frighten, isolate, all that stuff, and prevent you from getting good jobs. If you do have any kind of success, to try to sabotage it. I've been through all of the above, every bit of it. So, yes, this is real. And it's happening to definitely every one of God's anointed, but probably even more. Probably even more. You probably don't even have to be one of the anointed to go through this. If you're one of the anointed, you're definitely going through this, without a question. And I'm going to refer to Denza Mose again. He's a well-known sage. Talks about anointed ones, chosen ones, and what they go through, and he is so dead on accurate with the things he tells you. It several times. He said something in a video that I went, whoa, that happened 3 hours ago, exactly like he said. I mean, his accuracy is completely undeniable when it comes to us, the anointed. But I think it's even more than us who are getting this treatment. It's anyone who's not on board with the New World Order, really is. If you're not on board with that, you're a target. So gang stalking, I mentioned it in a couple other videos and got responses from other people saying, wow, yeah, this is what happened to me. And so I got one where the person says 30 or 40 people were probably involved in the intimidation tactic that they're trying to pull. They gang stalk you. Whole group of people. They'll surround you and they'll keep their distance a little bit from you, but eventually you see them and they're all watching you and they're all following you. No matter which way you go, the same people keep following, and you'll realize you're being gang stalked. In some cases, that's real bad news, because they may be planning to stab you or, jump you, a whole bunch of them, get you and pull you back in an alley and do whoever knows or who knows what to you. If you're being gang stalked, you got an issue. However, if you have Jesus Christ in your life, you will be protected. Let me repeat that. If you have Jesus Christ in your life, you will be protected. I have been already, and it'll make them gnash their teeth and get real frustrated when they realize they're not even able to put their hands on you. Okay? I'm not telling you to go out and do risky things because Jesus is going to save you. That's not what I'm saying here. But if you end up in a position where you've done nothing and all of a sudden you're surrounded and it's, you didn't really put yourself in that position, but now it's happened, you simply say, Jesus, I need your help. You are fine if you're good with Jesus in the first place. I'm not saying you can do this without any relationship with him. You can't. You have to have a relationship with him. It's possible you may be able to start one right at that moment. I don't know. If you turn to him, he'd probably answer even if you didn't, I guess. But I'd recommend having a relationship with him anyway. That's the way to go. He will protect, and he has with me. Like, these are all demon-infested people doing this. Okay, this is not... You're not dealing with 100% human beings. You're dealing with human being shells that have been taken over by demonic entities, demonic beings. Could even be a legion of them. Could be, a legion is known to be 7. So you might be dealing with one person who's got 7 different demons living inside him. He's going to be an interesting thing to deal with. I promise. You want Jesus to help you. You need that. That's all there is to it. Try to deal with that on your own. Good luck. Good luck. I don't recommend it. Nope. Your hope is the Lord when we're dealing with this stuff. It's 100% real. They will even, if they can find a way to trick you into letting them in your house, they will bug your house. They'll put a hidden camera in your house. They'll go as far as that. They will do whatever to harass, torture, intimidate, keep you isolated so you're scared to leave your house. That's what they do. And a lot of people will bow down to it. Do not. Do not. The minute you bow down... Now, okay, if there's certain areas that are really dangerous and you end up getting surrounded by 20 every time you go there, don't go there. Right? Use your brains. Use your brains. Be logical about it. But do not isolate yourself and stay in the house and be scared of this. Say, Jesus, I know you got my back. And off you go and face it. And I keep a little protection with me. No, I don't mean condoms. I don't need those. But I do keep something. It's not, I don't carry a knife or anything like that. I simply have something that will knock somebody down if they try. And it's completely for defense. Of course, I'm not taking this out to be using it as a weapon. This is if I get jumped or something. Which one night, about 4 or 5 nights ago, I thought that's what was going to happen. Because I was dealing with about 12 or 13 of them. They had me surrounded. They were passing me off one to the next. And every time one would walk by me, these are people I don't know, they're saying, "Hi, Jeffrey. How you doing, Jeffrey?" Just like in creepy voices, trying to scare me. Well, I have to admit, it gets your heart pumping. You're like, okay, I got all these strangers surrounding me, and they're coming up to me one by one, saying my name. This isn't good. I mean, no matter what, this isn't good. But I kept my cool, and immediately I just said, "Lord, you got my back, right? I know you got my back." He did. A couple of them, I think, wanted to do more, but they couldn't. The Lord will literally put a force field around you, man. If you got enough faith in the Lord and you turn to him for help in those situations, he will put a force field around you. Nobody can touch you. Promise. I'm not making that up. That is 100% true. Again, I'm not saying go out and be stupid and get yourself in trouble and just expect the Lord's going to save your sorry ass. No, it's not what I'm saying. He might even let you fall then because you're being dumb, and he might want to teach you that. You got to be smart, but if you're in a real bad situation and you didn't do it to yourself, even if you did do it yourself, he might help you. But I recommend don't do that. Don't put yourself in these positions on purpose. But if you end up in one, you're being gang stalked, the Lord will protect you. For sure. So, what's some other things they do? Here's another real fear that people need to have. Not a fear, but an awareness. They will plant stuff on your computer, or probably on your phone too. I don't have a phone, so I don't know exactly what the software is on phones. But I've already had people befriend me online and plant stuff on my computer. That's bad shit. Okay, luckily, I'm aware, and I knew right away what was going on and was able to fix the problem. But some people aren't so lucky. They will go to any lengths. They'll call, if they get your phone number, they'll call it at all hours of the night and leave you the creepiest messages, even if you don't answer it. They will leave you messages that will send chills up and down your spine. If you got pets, watch your pets. They go for those too. These are demons, okay? These are agents of the devil who gang stalk people and harass and torture them. If you're a targeted individual, they'll come in all forms. And actually, one thing to go back to talking about Jesus, the closer you are to Jesus and the more you're following him, the more they will come after you, but the less they'll be able to do to you. So, there's ratios there. The more I follow Jesus, the more they're going to come after me, but the more protection I get as well. And, well, once you're in good with Jesus, you're just completely protected. I've watched the street preachers go out. There was 2 guys went out in Mexico, street preachers, and they went to this place where they were worshiping Santa Muerte, the saint of death, is what that means. And they had all these shrines right in the middle of the street, okay, and they're at their incense, and they're doing their rituals, and they're asking Santa Muerte to give them success in their drug dealing business or whatever they're doing. It's just absolute black magic mayhem. All in the streets, everywhere. And these 2 street preachers are like, let's go. Loudspeakers on their backs, microphones, preaching the gospel. The demons just came out of the woodwork everywhere and went at them. Couldn't touch them, couldn't put a finger on them. They'd get up so close and they'd be like, ready to grab them. And there'd be like an invisible piece of glass or something. And the demons are like frothing at the mouth. Whoa. I promise you, you look on YouTube for street preachers, you'll see all kinds of that. What I'm telling you is completely true. The Lord will protect you from demons and stuff. Absolutely. So, yeah. Sounds crazy to 2 atheists and stuff. That sounds nuts. Okay, whatever. The street preachers prove it all the time. So, and for me, it's been proven in my own personal experience. This has happened. It happened the other day. I know they wanted to dismember me. They know. They just know. They get close and like, he's protected, shit. And they just walk away. They can't do anything. But don't let people tell you you're crazy when you tell them you're being gang stalked. Some people film it. I mean, I've also seen gang stalking videos. People are walking down the street, somebody starts gang stalking them, they film it. You can see what's going on. Very common. Every anointed one I've met, every last one has told me they're being gang stalked. So it's very real. It is very frightening when it happens. It's not a good situation to be in. But once you realize what protection you have when you're close to the Lord, you'll stop worrying about it. So, be careful out there and watch out for the demons. It's a very real thing.